Another day, another vote shot down. Once again, Democrats have blown up the DHS funding bill, and now Congress is scheduled to go on a 2-week paid vacation, while TSA agents still working don't get paid because somehow that seems fair.
It's hard to come to work every day and not get paid, and bills piling up, creditors not understanding.
I feel angry. I feel used. I feel abused.
Stretching that dollar, having to carpool. At this point, it has come to the point of like having to skip meals.
Scary. With us now, Democratic Washington Congressman, ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee, Adam Smith. Welcome back to the program, sir.
Good to see you,
as always. Congress going to leave on Friday without paying these folks?
We better not. One correction. We don't go on vacation. We go home and go to work. This is popular.
Forgive me.
Well, no, we got constituents.
Do you ever get vacation?
Occasionally,
okay.
But basically, if we're not in session, we're home working in the district.
Yes.
But we should not be going anywhere until we resolve this crisis.
Is it fair of me to ask, how do members of Congress go to the airport and say to a TSA agent who is not getting paid, you know what, it's right that you're not getting paid because us Democrats want ICE agents to wear name tags and have body cameras?
Yeah, no, I think it's a lot more complicated. It's fair of us to say we live in a representative democracy with important issues. Democrats and Republicans have not been able to reach an agreement. Now, I have long said that we should go ahead and fund everything but ICE. That is what I support.
But what's happening right now, we can all agree, is that TSA agents aren't getting paid. True.
Yeah.
And Democrats are demanding ICE agents wear body cams and have name tags and all these other things.
Well, in the Senate, in the House, we have, and I signed a discharge petition that would have fully funded all of that, and House Republicans have not given us that vote in the House, and they too were blocking. President Trump has said he doesn't support that. Now, it seems to me, and I confess I have not tracked the vote today. It was Iran day for me. I had classified brief, met with the Secretary of Defense. I haven't looked at exactly what the Senate is voting on, but it seems to me like we're close to an agreement here, where even some of those other issues about ICE, and by the way, I think trivializing what we're trying to do.
No, I'm not trivializing.
Now, when you say you were kind of trivializing it a moment ago, you know, the fact that ICE agents showed up in Minneapolis and wound up killing 2 people, that is an important issue. We're not doing
I know it's an important issue, but I think the question is, how do you say to hardworking federal employees ever, hey, we're not going to pay you as political leverage for some kind of policy we want changed?
Well, because the whole thing is policy, okay? The whole issue. We've had many fights.
You're using people's jobs and livelihoods.
No. We're trying to make difficult appropriations decisions. There have been a number of government shutdowns. There have been a number of continuing resolutions that haven't resolved the issue. And in each instance, there's been an important policy issue.
I feel like Democrats are getting nervous about this. That you're losing the political message when there's 6-hour lines out here.
Well, first of all, I don't agree with your framing that this is all...
Have you ever agreed with my framing?
Yes.
Okay.
On a number of occasions. But no, I don't think it's just Democrats. Republicans have had the opportunity for quite some time to make a couple of minor little changes and get this done on a very, very important issue. And I have been trying to separate the ICE issues from the rest of them. Now, I'm not sure exactly what's going on in the Senate.
So
As I said, I haven't tracked it.
These are different things. But let's zoom out here for 1 second here. TSA agents are at their very core mission to stop terrorists. We can all agree that the terrorist threat is kind of high right now.
I'm not going to argue. So, TSA agents are enormously important.
And we can also agree that if someone doesn't have a paycheck, they're more susceptible to bribery or other inducements or all sorts of other kinds of things. It creates dangerous situations. Here is President Trump's proposed solution if this continues past Friday. Take a listen.
If we have to, we're going to send in the National Guard if we need to, because we only, we have 6,000 ICE agents and we have 40,000 of the other people that they're helping out, some of who really were forced because the Democrats don't want to pay them. The radical left Democrats need to get DHS back and open immediately together.
I don't believe the Guard would be a solution to this. The solution is we have to get TSA agents paid. And by the way, FEMA and the Coast Guard and everybody else paid by the end of this week. I don't think the ICE agents have been a solution to it. I don't think the Guard is a solution to it. TSA agents are very specialized in what they do, as you point out. We need to pay them and get them all back to work.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.